Hello, this is Artemis_anime, and today I am reading Glued Cuteness by Skylar Sky High and TarotX_X, Chapter 6, Summary, Epilogue. Notes: this fanfiction was written as a roleplay collab between TarotX_X and Skylar Sky High. Editing was done by X. We hope you'll enjoy. Shoto was on patrol when he heard a commotion. Thinking fast, he headed towards it, and his eyes scanned for any clue of the situation. There were villains rampaging. 4 of them. He scanned for any visible quirks in use. There was one with a jumping quirk. They couldn't jump very high, though. Another had his hands on the ground and was controlling the asphalt. The third one could control rocks. Small rocks, though. The last one seemed to be shooting something from their fingers. Looked like bullets. He might need some help there. He got his capture weapon ready. "Are you helping me?" he asked. He gained a meow as Izuku poked his head out of the capture weapon. Shota smiled. "Wanna help me beat up some bad guys?" Izuku meowed at him. Shota grinned. "Let's go." He activated his quirk and jumped down, drop-kicking the one with the bullet quirk. The villain was out cold, so he could focus on the ground manipulator. "What the hell?" one of them yelled and tried to use his quirk. Shota cancelled it out easily. Izuku jumped out of his scarf and transformed into a lynx to pounce on the rock quirk user before he could attack Shota. "Thanks," Shota called out as he tied up the ground manipulator. Izuku transformed into a tiger and glared at the remaining villain. Shota chuckled as they tried to run. He shot his capture weapon at them. Izuku stood next to Shota, keeping an eye on the villains in case they woke up. Shota started tying them up. Once they were all tied up and secure, Izuku nuzzled against Shota with a rumble. Shota chuckled softly. "So big, and yet still such a kitty, he mumbled, gently petting Izuku. Izuku rumbled against his stomach with a deep rumble resembling a purr. "You're adorable," Shota murmured. Izuku stood up on his hind legs to nuzzle his face, and Shota chuckled softly. "Good job, Izuku. You're such a big help," he praised. Izuku rumbled again. Shota smiled. He leaned against Izuku as he got out his pager and called Tsukuchi. They needed to get these villains into custody quickly before they could wake up and cause more havoc. Though they were all tied up, it was possible for them to still retaliate. The bullet and rock quirk were especially dangerous if he was caught off guard. "Tsukuchi, please pick up 4 villains," Shota said, and ended the call after getting the confirmation. Izuku continued to nuzzle him affectionately. Shota hugged him gently. "You'll get lots of treats. Thanks for having my back," he murmured. Izuku licked his face. Shota chuckled softly. Big Cat was still his little affectionate kitten. It didn't take long for the police to arrive, and they sort of froze as they watched Eraserhead cradling an affectionate tiger. A tiger. "You're such a good boy," Shota praised, gently rubbing Izuku's head. Eraser?" Tsukuchi stuttered. "Are you okay?" Shota looked up with a smile. "Never been better. Why?" he asked. "You have a tiger?" Tsukuchi asked, tentatively. "Kitten," Shota corrected. "He's my hero support animal." He got out his license to show Tsukuchi. Okay. That's a kitten?" "Yes, he's adorable," Shota said happily. "I wonder how big he'll get when he's an adult." He gently pet around Izuku's ears. Izuku rumbled loudly as he leaned into the touch. Tsukuchi paled. "As if you're not scary enough." Shota smirked at Tsukuchi. "How did you even tame it? Him? The tiger?" "I didn't tame Izuku. He's just a kitten," Shota replied. "Eraser, there is no way that's a baby tiger." "Izuku, do you mind changing back? I want to carry you," Shota said with a smile. Izuku rumbled before transforming back into a tiny kitten. Tsukuchi stared silently in shock. Shota gently picked Izuku up and cuddled him close. "He's a tiny, cute, amazing kitten," he hummed. "He has a quirk," Tsukuchi breathed out quietly. "Yes," Shota replied. "He has a license and all." "So he can turn into a tiger at will?" "Any feline," Shota corrected. "I reiterate, if you're not scary enough..." Tsukuchi imagined Eraserhead with a fucking panther fighting alongside him. Shota just smiled. The image was only ruined by Izuku's tiny meow. Shota chuckled softly and pet his cat. Sukuuchi shook off his shock and took Shota's statement. Shota answered all the questions diligently before heading off to continue his patrol. Izuku purred happily in his arms. A little kitten, harmless in appearance until he needed to protect the person who had saved him. Notes. We hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a kudos or even a comment to show us that. I hope you have a nice day. Reader's notes. Thank you all so much for listening, and I will see you next time. I really have enjoyed doing this story so much, so thank you all for listening, and thank the authors for allowing me to podfic this. Please go check them out and support their pages. I really appreciate all of the work they do. I will see you guys next time, and please consider leaving a comment. Bye!